Again, I shot the video and didn't turn on my microphone. Sorry, if y'all got that first one, then I just caught it that I couldn't hear myself. Gemini New Moon, June 6th, 2024, 8:38 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S. When you get the video into your account, it'll have the chart of the new moon as it'll look on the east coast of the U.S. And what I want you to be aware of is from Aquarius to Leo, all the planets will be, they're actually in Aquarius to Gemini, but all the planets will be on one half of the chart. So when you take this and put it as a transit chart into your natal charts, which find where Aquarius is and then find where it's actually through Cancer, and put all those planets in whatever section of the chart, that's where you'll be dealing with this new moon. Remember, on new moons, we want to plant seeds. Gemini is a mutable sign, and it's the twins facing backwards. It's where we must piece together the spring phase of seed planting in our lives, right? And then what we've done to plant the seeds, and then what we think can happen with what we know at the time we planted the seeds, or what we want to put it out into the universe to manifest. Because it's a mutable science where we must master the action we've taken. What has it done to us? How has it then helped or changed the world around us that we've introduced our idea, our belief? Then we also must go, how has the outer world understood what we brought to them, and then how has that changed us? So you want to interact back and forth, because the twins face away from each other, and which was representative of the sign of Gemini. So you're twins, so you're connected, but you're looking at things from all ends, both ends of the spectrum: light side, dark side, good, bad, positive, negative, right, right, wrong, truth, lies. So in that, you want to keep kind of the master concept. So we plant seeds, find where Gemini is in your chart to plant the seeds. What's going to happen here, Gemini is where we find the ability to learn, or find the ability to teach, or somewhere in between all that. Sometimes a student teaches a teacher. Hopefully most times the teacher teaches the student. But don't kid yourself. As you're teaching, you're getting opportunities to learn. So you might be working on being a master, but you're perfecting that. So know that as we deal in this. Now, chaos is heightened. I love it. I'm loving where we're at. The eclipse started this in April, the total eclipse on the 7th in Aries. And so we're just continuing that. And so what I'm finding, a lot of people, because of chaos now, Gemini is kind of can be a nervous energy, so to speak, even though you don't want to put that into the communication sign of Gemini, but it's where you vacillate. You want to make things better, fix them, and so even if they work well, you might find yourself perfecting even more. If it works terrible, you got to fix it, right? So you constantly have that impatience, and so I'm going to caution you to stay in the middle. My favorite term for those that you talk with me and stuff. I know you get aggravated, but I don't care, because the truth is, if you want to be a master of anything, you must learn to be in the middle, and don't waver too far left or right, up or down. Because we're going to be dealing with Gemini, you're going to be dealing with, you're seeking more information, you're seeking the truth, but you might have to find more of the truth by lies that occur. A lot of people are panicked because it looks like they're losing with what they've been working on. Couldn't be further from the truth. As long as you get more information, this is a battle. You're never really going to lose. You're going to become better. If you sit in the middle, you're looking at winning the war, the evolution of the soul, not in this moment. So it will appear to a lot of you who've been doing the work, that the ones that aren't doing the work, they're just following the narrative of society, and that they're winning, they're beating you, and you're getting pounded. Stop. You've got to throw some patience in here. They may have looked like they've won this battle. They are going to lose the war in a major way. If they're lying, and their lies are going to have to be greater, and they're going to have to be more obvious, and they're going to have to be more in your face. What's that going to lead to? Initially, it might look like their lies got them something better, something more. As this thing unfolds, it'll eventually pull the truth out, and the truth will come out. So don't kid yourself. Don't worry. Don't panic here. Okay? Yeah, you might be losing for the short term. You're not going to lose the war. So just know that. And sometimes evil gets an upper hand. Remember, evil is not a self-sustaining life force. It needs a host to feed it. I'm going to ask you, what are you feeding from a perspective that may be evil? Who are you feeding? Look around you. Assess your environment. Who's around you that maybe you're starting to get these inclinations that maybe that isn't good for you and you thought all along it was. Pay attention. Look around. Who have you surrounded yourself with now that you know what isn't good for you and that it's time to eliminate them, to remove them from your environment? Not eliminate them from the planet, but just who you are and what you are. The only way evil stays is when you feed it. And when you're not aware that something's evil and you are drawn to the evil or drawn to what evil offers, you feed it. So what does it do? It comes back. Trust me, I'm learning quickly. Evil is leaving my life quickly because I stopped feeding it. And evil knows what it's doing. If it can't find a host, it's a parasite. It needs some type of life force. It'll find something else. So when you stop feeding that parasite, it will leave you. The evil will go away. You'll be amazed at what happens for you and to you. So know that. Don't miss the opportunity here. So planets. Conjunctions. These means planets are together. The sun will be conjunct Mars, Venus, Mercury. The moon, Venus, and Mercury, not Mars. Sun and moon together. Moon's your past. Sun's your future. You got all that you brought with you, the moon, the container that it is, and ability to access to help plant seeds from the perspective of you learning more or you teaching what you know. Don't miss any opportunity here. You want to plant seeds from that perspective. It'll take and bring awareness from your past, if you let it, to help you where you want to go. Maybe you'll help somebody else figure out who they were or where they're going. Don't miss the opportunities here. Communication's key whenever we deal with Gemini. Sometimes the communication is silent. It's just your awareness, what comes to you. Sometimes you take and give it to somebody else. Let that happen. Vacillate between all that. I'm good. Venus is going to bring the ability for you to maybe a little more easily come to an understanding, or you'll teach it in a way that others can understand. Mercury rules Gemini. So if it's, let's say it's a lie, and let's say that it's something that went on that really disturbs you, calm down. You may be looking for the truth. You don't want to see it in the way that it's coming. It's okay. It may be showing you more lies to understand the truth. Don't kid yourself. A lie that becomes more understood leads you to the truth. It's kind of like what I've talked about in a lot of my videos of when you learn what not to do and why not to do it, it makes it way more focused and clear on what to do. Same way with the lie and the truth. Same way with dealing with evil and goodness. So those planets together are going to help you. These are all planets that are inside, they're personal planets, so to speak. So it's you and others. So don't kid yourself. It's going to be in your environment. Now Jupiter will also be conjunct Mercury. And that will be you expanding what you know, your philosophy. Jupiter rules the opposite sign of Gemini, Sagittarius. And so it's you coming to a philosophy, of understanding. You making a video of what you know. Huge opportunities to expand either your ability to learn and understand more or to teach. But you can come to us and give us the video version that we'll understand. Now Mars and Chiron will be conjunct. Mars can agitate. It can irritate. Chiron's a wounded healer. I'm saying that you're going to figure things out. Maybe because you're just tired of it and it's like, you know what, I'm fixing this. So you can lead yourself to heal, and opportunities to heal may come out of the blue for you. Don't miss them, because we want you to end up more than you were when you got here. Uranus and Jupiter will also be together here, and that's the genius within, finding the truth. Sometimes you find the truth through the lie. Sometimes you find the truth through the truth, but your unique perspective and your understanding and the truth are here. It's about building a better base and then teaching each other what we know. That's what we're doing here. Let it happen. The squares. Squares in astrology are planets that are in signs that have elements that don't get along. Water and fire. Okay? They don't really get along that well. Air, earth don't get along that well. So what happens is the planets are bringing two perspectives that you have to do the work. Maybe it's through an event that was brought to you. Maybe it's through an event you bring to the environment around you. I don't know. I don't care. But Saturn will be square the sun, moon, and Venus. Again, where you're going, where you've been, and the ease that is able to be had here are all restricted. Saturn's the devil. Saturn limits, restricts. It causes you to put more effort in than initially benefit you get out. Don't worry about that. It's just where we're at. Do the work here. You'll like of what you understand. It'll probably be a lot of what you didn't want to deal with or what you found to be not true, so you can help get the truth more defined. Don't worry about that. Pluto and Mars will also be square. That's the warring planets, and they're squaring up. I'm not saying there's a war. Won't surprise me if it will be or won't be. But I can tell you this. Mars and Pluto square, the lies become just absurd. So don't read the headlines in the last couple days and then all the way through this next week, as we're in the moment now where the moon's half in the sky. It's square. So anything that happened yesterday and today, today's Friday the 31st, yesterday the 30th of May, and even the 29th of May, nothing that happened, don't believe it to any depth. Just let it come in, let it be absorbed, and you'll see what happens. Just because somebody says something happened doesn't mean it did. I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, the Trump thing. Do not bring anything up about the Trump. I don't care about politics. Both parties, the two-party system takes you the same damn place from a different perspective. You might be riding on a motorcycle to get there or a luxury sports car. I don't care either way. I truly know that when we're squared up here, it's just a matter of a perspective, and what I got to do is work from within. What you're going to notice here, and this is like the key times now and through July will really happen. If you come and you're working this way to truly find yourself and what you are from within, you're going this way and you're seeing others are going that way. Some people are continuing to lie, continuing to be in this narrative of this world that we're under, which is ruled by I think, evil, ruled by the devil, ruled for control purposes. Call it what you want. I should say just control purposes so everybody doesn't get so tight, worked up. Their lies are probably looking initially right now like they're working even better. It'll come undone. Get ready. The lies and the controlling for control purposes is being exposed to the point where it's going to be obvious to most. Now, if it's a 95-5 split on people working from within to 5%, 95%, I wouldn't be surprised. Most people just read the headline and go with the day. Obviously, you're watching my videos and you're following other things that you don't do that. I've not done that since 2001. You've probably done it for many years. I'd like to hear more of your stories, so don't be afraid to comment. But the truth is, if you're 5% of the population, then that's a pretty big percent. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't try to get back in with the herd. You didn't come here for this. And obviously, you're aware of that now. It's about you finding you. Keep going, because we're at the point where that 95% is either going to step off the cliff and fall into hell, or some will stop before they get to the cliff, and we're going the other way. As we step off the cliff, we're going to fly, so-called heaven, whatever. I don't like to say heaven and hell or whatever. It's just you're learning what not to do, the hell part, what to do, the heaven part, to get to what to do, what is right, how it does work. The trines in astrology are two signs that are like elements, or same elements, sorry. So what we're having is Pluto and Mercury are trine, your soul, and how to communicate what you know, who you are, what you've been throughout all this time. Allow that out. Also, others are going to do that for you. Let's say evil comes into your life. They're going to expose themselves to a very, very clear or focused perspective that you're going to pick it up and you're going to know it's evil and you're going to take it and go, I'm clear now, that's evil. So don't miss this. They're going to show you, and they're going to who they are, whether it's good and bad, or evil and good. I don't care, right and wrong, truth or lies. The exposure is here. Pluto, Mercury, trine is going to help you with this. The other thing, Jupiter and Uranus will be trying this as well. Jupiter is your philosophy, what you understand. Again, don't be afraid to learn what's not right or what you truly know isn't good from this Jupiter. Uranus also being involved here to help communicate that. Remember, Uranus just wants to get to the truth in the most direct way possible. So you might not make sense initially. It might be hard for people to take it and believe you. But trust me, if you plant the seeds here of what you know, who you are, where you're at, and where you're trying to go, you'll be amazed at what comes from this. It's about the truth, an understanding, and a way that is universal. The universe is miraculous. It does want what's best. What we got to do is we got to get away from or work on to rid ourselves of the limitations, which is what Saturn does. And Saturn is the teacher of the physical form. You're born, you live, you die, right? Death for rebirth, rebirth for death, however you want to do it. That's what the physical form teaches. Your soul is timeless. It's forever. In that, we're learning that, hey, there's birth, there's an understanding that comes from the birth, then there's a death for another rebirth. That's all we're doing here. It's just a damn game. Ease up, get back on who you are, what you know, where you're at, and let's go. I can't wait to find out what happens. Comment, it's a Gemini New Moon, and it will be tremendous in understanding where we're all at. I just gave you mine from everything that I know. Give it back. Let's go. Let's share. Do your part. Can learn a lot. Remember, this mutable sign is about being the master. Don't swing from good to bad, light to dark, right to wrong, truth to lie. Don't swing. Sit in the middle. Understand it. Be the master. Think of the master here. You got this. Good luck. Again, this new moon will be on the 6th of June, 8:38 a.m. East Coast time. So Gemini's about learning or teaching, but in the end, understanding. Becoming the master. Sitting in the middle. Comment and enjoy. Share this too, please, if you don't mind.